Good evening, listeners, and welcome to episode 44 of the Behind Enemy Lines podcast. You're here tonight with your hosts, me, Dan.
Me, Greg.
And me, Damian.
Oh,
Yeah, we're back. Well,
When-
Damian's back. We never left.
Yeah, we didn't go away. Where'd you go?
I don't know. I don't even know what the hell I was doing.
You're on holiday.
No, I was at the beach.
Yeah.
You're at the beach, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
bastard.
It was like 28, 29 degrees on the beach. I was burning my white skin everywhere. It was fantastic.
Ridiculous.
We were cool here in Auckland, recording a podcast,
It's summer here in New Zealand.
and an awfully large heat wave has happened.
It is. It's been pretty darn hot.
For the place that's closest to Antarctica, they're experiencing
This is
37 degrees-ish.
Oh, that place,
Yeah.
yeah.
Way down south. And
Way down south.
Invercargill,
Invercargill's getting about 32, and the next stop from them is Stewart Island, then in Antarctica.
Yeah.
But further up on the coast, like Blenheim, that got 37 degrees.
It's crazy, man.
Hot.
That's
It's hot here.
That's Celsius.
That's Celsius. So whatever that is translated into your weird Fahrenheit, like probably like 200 degrees.
No, it's like 90-something degrees Fahrenheit or
Like
something.
900. It's hot.
It's pretty hot.
We're not fans.
Well, no, those are also in short supply.
Yeah, most stores ran out of fans. Anyway, enough about our fans.
Yeah, carry on.
Except our fans out there.
On YouTube,
Yes.
928 awesome
Ooh.
fans, although we are 72 fans away from the 1,000 subs, which means 72 fans away from unlocking the giveaway.
The
What's in the
mystery
giveaway?
giveaway. Oh, okay, it's not a mystery.
I don't want it to be a mystery. I want people to know so they're like, fuck, I want a piece of that.
Okay, so what I'm going to give away is I have a box. It's called... uh-oh.
You left it up top. It's,
I know, it's there. It's-
Team Yankee.
Grimble.
Oh, it's
Beasts.
Grimble's Beasts. That's a... Not good. That's my Team Yankee. They
Oh, is
can't
that your
have
Team
it.
Yankee
They
stuff
can't have
upstairs?
that.
Okay.
So you get the box set of Grimble's Beasts, which is a Battlefront full box set full of like tanks, plastic tanks,
American tanks.
Also, we've got some of the old objectives to give away. I think we've got 2017 and maybe a few others thrown in. For the bolt action
Did
listeners,
you get that old one off me? What
yeah,
was
yeah,
that one?
it's up on the cupboard there.
What is it?
It's 2017
Ah, right. It's must
Yeah.
be one.
That's the,
or 2016.
Which one is
I
it?
don't know.
Some Russian on a roof.
Oh, it's 2016.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
For the bolt action listeners out there, as well as, so we've got a set of the Germans, 30 troops, 30 infantry troops, and a nifty Hanomag to give away. We'll put a video up soon. I promised to do that, but I was a terrible liar. And basically, I'm gonna show you what you're gonna get. So don't you worry. It'll be a prize. If you're listening and you don't subscribe to the YouTube, go to our Facebook page, find all the links, get it done. And when it gets to 1,000, I'm going to say, hey, everyone, go and comment on this video.
Yep.
Commenters in to win. Because Greg finds it easier to count commenters than he does subscribers for some reason.
There's a website I can do it, so you can pick a random comment from a video off YouTube, and that is your win. You can do it all on video as well, so that it's all above board and all the rest of it. That is a serious amount of swag. So if you want a piece of it,
I am going to find more things to find. Like, it will be a pile.
nice.
What that means, I get more shit out of my house, and my wife
And
doesn't get angry.
We might as well do multiple prizes then.
More than one?
More than one person wins.
Well, I suppose they can say, if they want the bolt action stuff, say, I want the bolt action stuff. If they say want the Flames War stuff, they can get the Flames War stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, it's agreed. We'll do that. Congratulations. You've got multiple prizes.
Well
But
done.
only triggered once we get to 1,000.
And if we don't get to 1,000,
Triggered.
Dan has to keep it all.
I have to paint it all and sell it.
It's a good call.
Just
So if
support my
you've got
habit.
some friends who like watching wargaming videos and stuff like that on YouTube, get them to come over and subscribe to Behind Enemy Lines on YouTube. Check out the videos there. We would love to have you.
This podcast is also available on YouTube in case you don't get it off the Podbean. Podbean is the place where you'll most likely be hearing this, so
Yep.
please subscribe to it and download.
Follow. So follow on Podbean.
Follow. Thank you.
Absolutely. And while we're on social media talkings, we're still on Facebook and we're still on Twitter. So
Are we still on Twitter?
yeah,
When
I
did-
just tweeted before.
Oh, cool. I haven't known. Oh, because I think I turned my Twitter off.
Fool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so right now, as always, we crack into noob news.
Noob news.
See, it's useful.
It is, because there was literally no good sound effect that replaced that.
No, nothing at all.
None
About,
at all.
it's about the only good thing I do here, apparently.
Yes.
Oh, look, I can do it. You've just been made redundant.
Yours has an
Nah,
Australian
yours gonna-
accent.
yeah, I was about to say yours.
Yours is more
Yours
nasally.
is like an Australian twang mixed with a mosquito.
Yeah, it does sound like a mosquito. 3 a.m. mosquito.
News update: 37 degrees Celsius is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy shit, that's hot.
It's pretty. That's hot.
That's hot.
News out of Battlefront: individual unit cards are now available for the Americans, with coinciding with the release of Stripes. So you can go in there into the web store and you can order a single card for $1.
Oh, cool.
And they'll send it to you and all the rest of it. So if
you get a physical card, not a
physical card.
Cool.
Physical card, and you can go in there and order them. So my Ryan's
Are there any rares? Have they got any legendary?
Not for $1.
Like they got some legendary
Have they got
Abrams.
any foils?
No foils.
No
I
foils.
want a legendary Abrams.
Have they got any
foils.
scratch and sniffs? No.
No.
You know, just
I
like
said I wanted to work with professionals.
Yeah, hard
One
luck.
day.
Tough cookies.
One day. Anyway, so I got my Ryan's Leathernex box for Stripes, so that's
Me
my
too!
new-
That sounds like they could have scratch and sniff cards.
They're Marines, they don't.
It'd be very smelly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I started building that last night. I got it home last night. I started building a couple of the patterns. Holy crap, they go together. Because
they're plastic.
Sweet.
Like, if you've seen any video where I assemble something plastic, it's just like click, 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 done. Oh, that was easy.
This is more than. This is just next level.
Next level easy?
So sweet. Yeah.
No.
And it even cut off the sprue really nicely. It's
Is it as
crazy.
easy as putting a resin tiger together?
It is not.
Yeah, well, there you go.
No, isn't putting a resin tiger together harder because you have to make sure you hold
It's
the...
3 pieces.
No, it's not 3 pieces. It's
Three-
left track, right track, turret thingy, turret.
Chassis.
What do you mean
Barrel.
chassis? No, the chassis doesn't need to be glued. Chassis is glued to... Chassis is
You-
one piece, you glue the
That's
wheels
the
to
third
it.
piece, which you have.
Yeah, but I already glued to it. You don't need to glue to it again.
Suck.
And
Front
don't forget all the
guards,
hatches and the commanders,
Front guards,
Oh,
rear
word.
guards.
the
two
side
hatches.
thingies.
No, those are the Mark IIs. I'm talking like the Mark 1 Tigers that they had back in the day, where the guards were actually on top of the tracks, like all my ones. Okay, fine. Carry
They
on.
are easier to put together than those crappy tigers.
You won't be able to put one together because you don't have glasses.
Shut up.
There's way too many little bits.
So the new box sets for Vietnam have also been spoiled as well.
Yeah, that's
So-
the book produced by Osprey.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So
It's a hefty book too. If you haven't seen it,
get
it's
some.
very heavy.
270 pages, I think it came in at, but only 50 or so pages of the rules. So if you're familiar with V4 and Team Yankee, you will pretty much know the rules. You'll be there. So that is due for release in February, I believe, either February or March.
Yeah.
So the box sets that are coming out, you'll have there's a Black Horse Cavalry box. So that's your ground troops in Vietnam running M113s.
Yeah.
There will also be an Air Cav box set, because if you ain't Cav, you ain't shit.
So you keep saying.
Absolutely. So that
Yeah.
box is coming out. And the other one, which was slightly obscured, it looks as though it was an Ironclad company.
Yeah, I think that's what it turned out to be.
Yeah, so that's
a bunch of
T-54s?
T-54s, 55s,
Fives.
T-55s.
Yeah. Which suggests that the T-55
Oh,
plastic
plastic,
release
yeah.
from Battlefront is very soon. So,
Yeah, because if you remember Battlefront, they were going to do anything you could get a hold of. Might as well do it in plastic.
Yep, totally.
So
That's a pretty good idea.
So
it's cheaper than $15 a tank. Yeah.
Yeah. So keep your eye on the Behind Enemy Lines blog as well, because we'll have a review of Vietnam up very, very soon if you're interested in checking that out. I think it looks super cool. I am looking forward to actually getting some use out of the 12 or so resin and metal slicks that I've got, and the 4 resin Apaches that I've got. Apaches? Cobras. Yeah.
Apaches come later.
Correct. So that looks very super exciting. Avanti releases are continuing, so keep your eye out for the Italians. Damo is going to be playing a game with his
Eventually.
Italians very, very soon, when he actually gets off his ass and finishes painting them.
Oh, I've only got a few of them left to paint, but I mean, there's not many. I've just got to actually find the time to do it. I could be at home painting right now instead of being here with you losers.
That's true. That's very true. So some good feedback on your article on the blog, mate. Well done. So
Oh.
about 1,300 people have viewed that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some good
Scary.
reviews. I know, really scary.
Well, it's the same with your game. What nearly a couple of thousand people have watched that?
2,500 views or something.
Again, well, when Stu kicked my butt.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny though. That was a good game.
It was a good game.
Mm.
And we're going to V4 that game up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
You boy.
You're gonna like V4. Have you played? You played V4?
I've played
Yeah,
V4,
okay.
yeah.
You'll like it. Trust
V4's
me.
fine.
It's fine.
To me, like I said, V4 is just a continuation of V3. It's exactly the same.
It's not.
It just
Well,
plays like it. It's like you look at the card and you just combine it on. It makes it easy.
I found the game to be slightly more tactical.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Well, there's more moving, more fluidity.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a bit more strategic, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard not to move when you got an Italian army and all you can do is run away.
Avanti!
You can do different things. You can shoot tanks now. You got heat.
I know.
Got that heat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Next, out of GW, so Custodes releases are continuing. We're seeing those
More garbage.
super
More
cool
crap.
jet bikes.
More gold-plated crap.
Those jet bikes look ridiculous. Did you see those?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with
They're super expensive too. I was looking at the prices like, you're retarded.
like the prices as in points.
No, as in dollars.
How much dollar?
I think for 3 Terminator dudes, it's like $100. Like for 3 minis. It's like, stop charging us what we're paying in points for them and just, you know. At Games Workshop, we've gone ad nauseum about how expensive they are.
Yeah.
There's no point in arguing because they'll never change no matter how many surveys we complete or how much we bitch about them on air.
No. But
No.
it has been confirmed.
No.
It is the year of the Xenos.
Yay, dumb aliens.
New codexes coming out. So the next ones that are coming out,
Necrons.
to our Empire
Broken
and the Drukhari.
and Dark Elves.
Looking forward to the Drukhari book. That is going to provide some super cool stuff.
Like, how much more stuff could they get?
Well, if all the codexes, so based on all the codexes that we've seen that have come after indexes, where codex creeps the power of the units up. So we've seen it with the Craft World Elder.
Yeah.
I imagine the same is going to happen for the Drukhari. It's so power from pain and all the rest of it is just going to get better. Hopefully they'll get a Psyker of some kind. Maybe.
Dark Elder never had a Psycho.
Oh well, then I'll just take
They were never into magic in case
No.
like Slanesh came over and just went.
Yes.
Oh,
I swallow yourself, I swallow yourself.
Get it done.
Do a hot six dance, do a hot six dance, I swallow yourself.
6 nipples for you.
And that was the downfall of the Eldar race.
that is correct. Into the webway. Into the webway.
But you must be excited about Necrons.
No.
Lies.
You're super
You were
excited.
super excited. So the first thing
I smell
the
your
first
heart
thing
off
they
from here.
showed was like a cryptic surfing on a bloody
That dude's
spider.
awesome. It's the first plastic character for Necron, so they go completely overboard, stick some dude with this huge metal goatee surfing a giant bug into battle. Okay, I just went, okay, I'm going to get that.
Because robots don't surf.
Because robots don't surf.
Robots
as he
don't
drives
surf.
as he surfs a giant bloody scarab.
Yeah.
So I don't even care what his rules are. He just, he's
It might just be a generic.
He
would-
could, well,
he-
I mean, he's surfing a scarab.
He might just be a generic cryptic. You never know.
Could be.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You just count as anyway.
So
Yeah.
I think what we'll see is there'll be probably a whole heap of characters
Heroes,
from the different whatever the Necron things
Well,
are called.
they've already got
Dynasties.
Yeah, they've already got them. So hopefully, they might they might go dynasty.
You might tidy them up.
Well, I mean, like your bugs have got specific hive fleet.
They got fight, so
strategies
you'll have
and-
different
So
dynasties.
we'll have different dynasties.
and the Drukhari will have different cabals and witch cults and the rest
Yeah,
of it.
and
as
each
well.
one will have its own different strat cards and stuff. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and hopefully the Necrons get to resurrect in every phase instead of just at the end. That'd be great.
I do believe
I don't
that's a
think so.
tad broken, but I bet there's a card in there that'll be like, you can resurrect in the shooting phase or the
Yeah.
assault phase
Three
or the
CP
charge
strategy.
phase. Yeah, it's like
Be
you
like,
can
bop.
resurrect your whole army.
Just remember to declare your stratagem before you use it in the right.
Ooh, edgy.
Topical. Talk about that later.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Star Wars Legions?
Confirm release date. Hell yeah, boy.
So that's 22nd of March
Yeah.
for you Star Wars fans
For
out
us,
there. Or as you're also known, Ewoks.
I have pre-ordered my my initial starter set, and I also pre-ordered a T-47 land speeder to go with it. Monkey and I are going on this one.
You're just going to get one box each, or are you going to get 2 boxes and split?
So he is getting a starter box. I'm getting a starter box,
And
we're
then you're
swap.
going to give each other
Yep.
the rebels. And
Yep. So I'm doing
Necron.
Rebs, and he's doing the Imperials, which should be a bit of fun. But we're each going to keep, so like you get a Luke Skywalker and a Darth Vader in the box, so you don't need two low.
So you're going to just keep them as characters.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
you
keep a Darth.
You keep a Darth. He keeps a Darth.
Yeah.
You keep a Luke.
Yeah.
He keeps a Luke.
So it's going to be pretty cool. The latest round of the first wave of stuff is being released as well. So General Veers is out, Snowtroopers, AT-ATs, ATRTs, AT-STs, ATRTs. Layers coming out.
That scale creep on the ATST compared to the
It's huge.
Imperial
Oh,
Armor
God.
one is
It's
just
massive.
massive.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
It's a gigantic piece of kit, man.
Yeah, the Imperial.
Ah,
with that,
right.
yeah, when you're saying they put the Imperial Assault one versus
Yeah.
the
the
bloody
Legion one.
The
Legion one, it's like, whoa, this is a totally different game.
Yeah.
It's like the Imperial Assault one is like the evil stunted stepchild. Of
Oh, it's
the,
tiny, man. It's
oh,
tiny compared to that. It's so good, though. I'm really looking forward to that one. That's going to be a massive game.
I was, but you know, I get all excited, but then I'm like, ugh, no, I'm not really.
Can't be bothered.
I'm just going to stay under the radar on this one. I'm just going to observe.
If it gets popular, cool. But if Fantasy Flight use it as a vector to card everything to death and one up and this and that, and they just kill it, there's no point. And also the quality of the figures, like that'll be another.
The
turn
quality
on
of the
or
figures
off.
looks really, really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you remember that conversation we had at Club on Sunday about FFG, and it's just I stopped playing X-Wing simply because it was just going too fast, and I couldn't play. I mean, I can bring out my old stuff and just get hammered by some dude who's got the latest wave and just crushes me in 2 turns. You know?
Yeah, because what did I do? I just sat with Wave 1 Y-Wings, and it was cool because I had 3 Y-Wings, and then they sold out for months before anyone could get a Y-Wing. I felt awesome after doing that. Yeah. But I just fly around with three was it 3 Y-Wings? 3 Y-Wings.
Cannons.
The salami dump truck, I called it.
Torpedoes.
Was such a good thing. Ion turrets and proton torpedoes. It's all you needed back in those days.
It was a simpler time.
You ion cannon the TIE fighter, so you can only do little moves, and you finish him off. And by the time everyone's dead, your most useless guy is still alive, because that's the way the game worked. Because they shot last or moved last, or something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember the good old days.
Hey, I didn't know you got a butt plug.
Oh yeah, I bought a GW butt plug. They're
I'm gonna
really.
order one of those tomorrow.
Tell you what, they're really good, and then you fucking can't even shake them off.
Man,
no matter how hard you try.
Are shaking that butt plug real hard.
Oh, I did it with a metal model as well, just to see if it would happen.
So what's that? What's that on your butt plug at the moment?
That's a Chaos Warrior, which I think they refer to as Slaves to Darkness.
Yeah, sorry, butt plug repainting handle.
Yeah, sorry, the Games Workshop forward grip / painting handle.
Yeah,
it's quite cool.
Oh yeah. I got to order one tomorrow because it's really good. It looks like it's really good for putting
pass your butt plug over. Let's have a hold.
I'm playing rank and file at the moment, so they're no good for rank and file.
Oh, I can't stretch without. Oh, the microphone's in the way.
Lean forward, you old bastard.
All right, I'm now holding the butt plug.
No. Cool. Oh yuck. Anyway, out of Kickstarter news,
gosh, it feels nice.
The Freya's Wrath Kickstarter out of Bad Squiddo Games is going very, very well. So that is Annie from Bad Squiddo Games sculpts 28mm female characters and female troops for like Saga and games like that. They're really, really good. So if you're interested in getting a Vikings army that is all female, go over and check it out. It's on Kickstarter. I think it's got 10 or so.
She's done ones like the Vikings TV show with oh my goodness, what's her name? The lady person who's in charge. No, not
Frigg.
No, the one who's in charge of Kitty Cat.
Frogger.
No, it's not that.
Frogger.
No,
Kitty Cat. The one who's in charge of that, and she had like a mostly lady. It was, in fact, it was all female. Like a Herskull unit was just all her bodyguard, and that was cool.
I haven't actually watched any of it yet. I've now got.
You've not watched any of the Vikings?
I've got 4 seasons sitting there waiting for me to watch.
I'm busy, man. I'm painting Greeks.
You can paint Greeks and watch Vikings on a tablet or a computer or something, can't you?
Possibly.
Guys, what the hell?
It's too busy.
Sad. It's like Game of Thrones, just without all the violence. It's like Game of Thrones, but it's like Game of Thrones without having to think too much about who's plotting against who.
Oh, okay.
It's got no dragons in it,
and you don't have to remember like 30 people's names, and then all of a sudden by the end of like the first season, they're all dead.
Only Sean Bean.
It's like I know Sean Bean because he was in that movie where he died, and so you got to the end. It's like, oh no, he won't get his head cut off. This is like a fantasy movie, right? Shomp. It's like, oh, okay, not coming back from that then, mate. Oh, top notch. Yeah, poor Ned.
All right, so while we're at it, what's on your painting table at the moment, Dan?
Mate, my painting table is my Age of Sigmar with Slaves to Chaos.
Yes.
I am gonna start maybe some Team Yankee stuff.
Cool.
Again, but this is the plastic Marines. Yeah. The only reason I stopped doing the British is because I tried to do that stupid camo that was too hard.
Oh yeah.
So I put them in a box. I'm like, no, I will come back to you in a few years. But yeah, it's just getting the Marines done. I've got the Lavs on back order because I like Lavs because they're cool vehicles.
You won't need those Humvees then.
I need the Humvees to go with the Lavs. The Lavs carry the...
Do you have some Humvees sitting at home?
Yeah, I got the same box set.
Gotcha.
Got the same box set. I just got a set of Marines. I might also do a Marine a painting video,
Cool.
just like I did with the British Duda. Yeah.
Nice.
And
We're
then
gonna, so you're going to do Marine as in the infantry painting video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might do. Depends what much time I got. I might do a vehicle painting video.
Are you going to do the...
Why not both? Just do a hump. You can whack out a video for a vehicle pretty quickly. Anyway.
I can just whip it out. Just make it happen in
Yeah,
like an hour or two.
Yeah,
all done, all edited.
Plug.
Just done. Magic.
Yeah, easy. It's like that
Yeah, no.
magic of television.
Yeah,
It's
magic
just
of
just
television, man.
it's just
No,
like
it
just like that assembling a building video, which I decided not to make an assembling a building video because a 20-minute build turned into a 2-hour build because the model was a piece of shit. Yeah, as it sits on the shelf with no windows because I'm like, fuck this, I'm not putting no windows
Are
Fantastic.
you,
Yeah, man, just whip it out.
Are you going to paint your Marines in MRDC?
Sure.
In the RDC?
Why not?
Or muster?
Sure. I don't know because I don't think I actually have the Stripes book yet, which is kind of annoying. Do you have the Stripes book? No,
Yep.
you don't. Do you?
Yeah, I've got it.
Why don't I have it? Maybe I do, and I'm just not looking hard enough.
Maybe.
It's usually the thing. I get books and I
Yeah.
put them on the shelf, and I go like, good book, and then don't ever read them.
When are you guys getting your copies of the new Italian book so I can steal that off you?
Soon,
Ish.
in about 3 months.
Probably, probably in a month.
Yeah, maybe 3,
Something like
give or
that.
take.
Okay.
Nice.
Maybe a few
I
years.
noticed your termagants are all piled up there.
Those are the spears, and those are hormagaunts.
Hormagaunts.
I took
sorry.
them out to use my hormagaunts because they were taking up room in the box.
Right, cool. Nice.
Remember the list that beat you?
Yeah, I do.
It's good.
They wouldn't beat my Space Marines.
No, because
Not
your
anymore.
Space Marines are really boring, and they're like, okay, guys, what we're going to do is Plan A. We sit at the back with the Hellblasters and we shoot a lot.
And then we get Crutchboat Ghoulie Man to
Yeah.
just sit there and...
And then we use a Primarch to
then we
win.
get
Hated
a
my
Primarch.
I've got a Primarch now.
Oh, I got a knight. Did I tell you that?
I've got one too.
And not just any knight.
What kind?
A Chaos Knight.
Where did you get that?
The internet provides.
You don't have a Chaos Army.
I have enough
He's
things
got-
to build
he's got Plague Guard.
a Plague Dudes.
Oh, I always
Death Guard.
forget your Death Guard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
forget about
of
Death
course.
Guard. Or I could try and run an all-evil knight army.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
Take
finished
3.
building. I finished building my knight, so now I've got to paint it. That's that could be a month.
I think you should get your Crutchboat Ghoulie Man and stick him on the shoulder. Or get the knight carrying him like a baby carrier in Grey Knights. Because that would be perfect.
No,
That's a complete
He's already
melding.
assembled his, like, reboot.
he's
Yeah.
built and painted,
So you
man.
can't
Just
really...
stick him on. Who cares?
Yeah.
He's
Get
built
this-
and
get a bit
painted.
of
This is
glue,
why
glue his
you,
ass
this
to
is
his
why
head.
you're terrible.
Why?
He's my
'Cause you're
favourite model
Damian.
that I've ever painted.
I'm not terrible.
This is why you get Necrons, because they're just boring
Yeah.
robots.
They're not boring robots.
They're
They
boring
have
robots.
feelings.
They don't even have a fucking codex, mate.
No,
They will
Golems.
soon.
The only thing they feel is bullets when they get shot.
Yeah. So that's what I've got. What else have I got to paint? Oh, so I'm painting my Greeks at the moment.
Your Gregs. You're
Greek.
painting your Gregs.
He's painting his
Greeks.
Greeks.
He's painted his Gregs. He's got a whole army of Gregs.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. I'm painting my Gregs at the moment.
This wouldn't happen
I'm
if
going,
I...
what the
Watch
hell?
out, it's the Greg's Knights! For the Emperor of Greg!
Former phalanx of Gregs!
Former phallus.
Former phalanx of Gregs for Macedonia!
Form of Paul Hogan!
That's not a
Crocodile Dundee!
That's not a spear. This is a spear.
Is he like a saint in your country?
Yes, he is. Paul Hogan is probably higher in power than the Prime Minister. Absolutely.
Because he kills crocs.
Yeah, with one finger.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And what else am I painting? I'm going to start painting my Slanesh shortly.
Ooh, sluts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I finished building those, and they're going to start getting painted soon as well. And then I'm going to finish
Oh.
my Marines this year. What are you painting?
What?
No, I
Damian-
just
Damian woke up?
finished painting that other block of 20 Necron warriors.
Yay!
So I just have to do their
Hey.
bases. So I'll get round to that sometime.
Have you
It'll
run
take
out
like
of Smart
5
Green
minutes.
yet?
Eh?
Goblin Green? Have you run out of Goblin
No,
Green
they're
yet?
silver bases.
They're silver bases and silver sand. Mithril. Is it mithril silver, right?
It's the shiniest
Mithril.
silver. Mithril. Or
It's
something.
an old pot of mithril silver he found in a box here.
I
And
think
he's
it's-
like,
I
ooh,
think it
mithril.
might- I think it might have dried out. It's around here somewhere.
No. Okay.
But I'll
Yeah, and
find
that's
something
that's
else.
another pain in the ass of summer. It's like, all right, I'm going to put this paint on, and it's dry.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
So
Lots of retarder. Lots of
I
retarder.
did find a brand new pot of tin bits.
Did you?
Yes.
Jeez, where's
Because
you
I
find
was
your,
digging. I was
you
digging.
find your
through.
arbites and you find your tin bits. Jeez.
Yeah, well, I had
Nostalgia
to,
central.
I had to find the tin bits for the tracks of the Italian tanks, and I did find my green ochre paint, and it's at home on the bookshelf, so
Oh,
it'll
cool.
probably dry out over the next 2 days.
It's all good.
Nice.
It's all go.
Hmm.
It's going to happen.
What's next on Noob News? Because we sort of
I
That's it.
think
got
I think
distracted.
that's end
all I
of
wrote
end
down.
of new news.
New news.
New. Okay.
So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and these douchebags are going to tell you what they did at club, and I'm going to tell you what I did on Friday night.
Dice of War. Dice of War supply custom and historical wargaming dice and accessories. Unique designs to suit your gaming requirements. Visit the online store today at diceofwar.com.au.
Welcome back to part 2 of the Behind Enemy Lines podcast. This is where we're going to talk about what we did at club, but I wasn't at club, so you guys will have to talk about what you guys did at club.
I just
don't all speak at once.
I just hung out and drank water. It's pretty exciting. Enjoyed the AC on a very hot day.
Yeah, and you got to wander around and check out all the games, so give us a rundown of the games you saw, Dan.
Well, there was a bit of Test of Honor going down the corner. It looked like
a bit of an intense session down the back there. They actually were enjoying it though. So
yeah,
that's
I don't know.
They were getting right into it.
I don't know what was being played, but I assume Regan was playing with his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's I guess. I didn't actually look that close to it. And then there was a game of Frostgrave that went for nearly 4 hours.
Was it Frostgrave or
Frostgrave
GA?
Archipelago? Ghost Archipelago. But that went for, I think that went for nearly 4 hours.
It kind of.
Oh, it did.
No, they started late. It was more like 3
More
hours.
like 3 hours then.
Yeah.
Okay. It was
Damian and Andrew were.
It was
with that.
very good. It was lots of backwards and forwards and lots of weird things. One of them had
every animal except a goat came out.
I know the goat came out. They just
the
forgot
goat
to move.
came
They
out.
forgot to move the goat. But what happened is
Wake
one
up.
of them had
I love that goat thing. So do the kids. Wake up! Sorry, carry
oh
on.
my God. I think Damian had control of summon animals.
Yeah.
And did he?
It just kept. They just kept popping out.
Yeah.
Gorilla, then the cobra, then this
And
giant worm thing.
Who was he playing? Who was he playing? He was playing
Andrew.
Andrew. Yeah. And Andrew was playing with the power of moving forests.
Yeah.
And so he'd move terrain around to block him when he's trying to escape with the treasure.
That's pretty cool.
And every time he did that, another one of the animals would appear. But I don't think Damian had control of the animals because he was getting attacked a lot.
I just think they were just randomly turning up.
I think there was
like
I can't remember.
almost every turn there was another
That
3 or 4
happens
animals.
No. Sorry, what Damian had is he's had like a power of rust weapons or warp weapons. So his weapons were useless because they were all warped and broken. Yeah, but an anaconda showed up. A regular snake showed up. There was a salamander lizard showed up at one point. There was an elephant man that showed up.
Was he not a animal?
But it was like one of them Indian god looking things, but with a big spear. But it was all 3D printed.
Krishna, like Krishna.
Yeah, but you know.
No, Ganesh.
Oh, it's Ganesh.
Ganesh.
Baba Ganesh.
Yeah.
One of them.
Okay.
Yeah. But it showed up and it started. Apparently it's a peaceful creature until someone shoots at it or hits it, and then it attacks the nearest figures. So what Andrew did was he shot it when it was near Damian.
Clever.
And then the creature was like, I don't like that very much, and started attacking Damian.
That's
And
awesome.
so Damian's trying to escape, and the forests are all being moved around at the same time, and he's having no luck escaping. And then somehow, miraculously, he kills the other Andrew's wizard, and I was like, that was pretty or not wizard, what are they called? This captain,
Yeah,
It's
Captain
pirate
Awesome.
magic guy, and
Magic pirate yard.
so he couldn't move the forest around anymore. But he's getting beset by these random animals. An anaconda rocks up to someone, wraps around, kills them.
Was it from the first movie or the second movie?
Yes. When you can't breathe, you can't scream. Anaconda. Yeah. And that's what it does.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know.
they forgot the goat on the other side. It was like, there's like, oh, the goat, we just left him there. And a lizard started attacking an Amazon or whatever a native folk is to that. Like it was like some sort of Amazonian character.
Yeah.
But the elephant man, he was quite cool because he attacked and he started wrecking folk. But then Damien's like, all right, I'm just going to leave. And he left, I think, behind like an archer, which is a useless character.
Yeah.
But then he rolled a 20 and like crit and killed the elephant man. Oh my god.
That's nuts.
Stab! And then he walked off with all his characters mostly alive and took all the treasure. And I think won after 3.5 hours of gaming.
Sure. Yeah.
Did they seem like they enjoyed the game?
Oh, they were having lots
It
of
was
fun.
hilarious.
It was just kept going. I was surprised. It's like, how are you not dead yet?
And then Glenn and New Dan played 40K.
Mr. Stark, yes.
Yeah, that was the game that I was supposed to play before I figured out I couldn't make it.
Before you couldn't make it. So Dan rocked on up and really loved it. He brought out his tournament list of Death Guard cultists, plaguey poxy guys, and he had a Morty flying Morty.
And a Leviathan
And
Dread.
a Leviathan Dread, which looks really awesome. He's waiting for the second arm to turn up with like quad auto cannons on it.
Yeah.
And then poor old Glenn's Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Just, they weren't stringing any sentences
They did.
together.
They did kill Mortarion in the end.
They did
Did
kill
they?
Morty.
Yeah, he had like all the invulnerable saves and disgusting resilient, but that didn't matter when you did a bunch of damage to
That
him.
was about the only luck. I mean, Dan started off with like 14 Poxwalkers, and at the end of the game he had close to 70.
Yeah.
So it was just,
man.
yeah,
Poxwalkers can be dangerous.
just yum, yum, yum,
Yeah,
yum.
yeah.
They're the only one that you don't pay extra for.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're pretty nutty.
Didn't they change, like, how many units of Poxwalkers did he have?
One.
Just one. They
One
got
of
huge.
14 dudes.
I thought they changed the rules.
I don't know about that, Greg. So we'll have to get someone maybe on the internet to check for us, and they can tell us whether.
I thought
They're limited.
that you could only have like twice as many Poxwalkers as you originally started with, and you couldn't go. I might be wrong about that. I have been known to be wrong all the time. So
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's
Oops.
true.
That's
Anyway,
news.
okay. It sounds like like that. Like I had planned to bring a pretty fluffy Space Marine list to that game.
You
with-
would have got.
with Glenn.
Oh yeah, you would have been
I was going
okay.
to bring my knight.
Yeah, no, you.
Your knight probably would have exploded to all the Dark Lances if
Yeah,
if
he had a
Glenn
lot of
was
Dark
lucky.
Lances.
Yeah, well, he always does.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Well,
But
that's what they have.
I would have bought Robert as well. So
Crutch
Robert
boat,
the Boot.
Crutch boot. Crutch
Robert
boot.
the Boot.
Crutch boot. Crutch
He's
boot.
such
I'm
a
an
good
Ultramarines
character.
player. I'm going to take Crutch boot.
And how did you? What was there any other games I could
Yeah,
see?
Peter turned up with his board game, the new one with the Greek,
Oh, the Greek
gods
one.
and mythologies and stuff
Gloomhaven?
like that. And
No,
him and Summer and
that wasn't Summer.
Morty. I mean Summer ended up.
No, that's not him.
Darren.
That's
Darren.
That's
Darren.
Darren. Oh, Darren.
That's
Yeah.
Summer.
Yeah, Summer.
Oh, yeah.
Darren
Sorry.
was playing along with
The young chap
The other
whose
fella.
name is
Is it
something.
Oliver?
No,
crap.
he's young.
I can't
Harrison?
remember. Harrison.
Harrison. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. So Summer
Surname
and
for
Harrison were
first name.
playing with Peter, and they had a really good game right up till the end when the game finished, and Peter realised that he'd been cheating all the way through.
Yay!
Cheating bastard. Get him
It's
out.
just something he forgot.
Get rid of him. And you played as well,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, I
rules.
played Kings of War for a change because
Nice.
I wanted to play more this year, so I did. So I got me ogres out, and we spent a couple of fun hours punting.
You only play for like an hour, an hour
sorry.
and a half. I think
Sorry.
you only managed an hour.
Just over an hour,
Which is
You know,
so
I was
quick
just
and
trying
so
to spread
good.
it out. It was 1,500 points, and my ogres.
Was it
spent the
1,500?
Yep.
Oh yeah, because you got elephant.
I had
and-
to. I had to drop. No, I had to drop a
drop
few
things.
things out because I had my 2,000 point list written up. But
Oh.
I just dropped a few things out against Daryl and his dwarves. So we just punted them across the board. It was fantastic. I got the boom cart, drove up, it exploded, caused 6, 7, 8 wounds to 3 units, and then
nice.
that just rolled off. So that was good.
Yeah.
The men of the match, ogres of the match, were my ogre shooters.
Yeah.
Because dwarves soak up punishment. So I didn't actually move any of my ogres apart from the boom cart in the first 2 turns.
Wow.
And I just sat there and my 6 units of shooters, basically a war machine, 18 dice hitting on 5s. They took out his Hell Blaster and started whittling down wounds. And then when he got close, the wizard Stinkfinger powered up his Finger of Doom, and
Fingered them.
he just fingered the crap out of these dwarves. The red-headed stepchildren berserker dwarves just went, I'm not wearing much armor. But it was still looking grim because he got right up into my battle lines,
Yeah.
and I did have to actually start throwing units at him, and it looked like I was going to end up losing. But Daryl had a pretty shit turn, didn't cause enough wounds. The ogres just laughed, and then on my next turn I caused a few wounds. And I needed a 10 to get rid of 1 unit. So I got that. And they buggered off. And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
needed a... Was it an 11?
I think it was an 11.
On the
I was,
next
I
one?
was watching it because it's like, well, this game's nearly over. What's going on here?
What's going on here? And Dan's going, you're going to lose, Damian. You suck balls.
10,
And
11.
10, and then I rolled an 11. And there's 2 big units disappeared. And then I just
Oh,
cleaned up
man.
after that.
Clean up town.
And it was like, oh, yeah.
This is after his character guy managed to sneak around your mammoth that
Oh,
died,
yeah. My
and then
mammoth
they went
died.
after his cannon and 21 attacks on the cannon,
This is bullshit.
and then went after his hero because the one who gives rerolls to cannons.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I just
yeah,
sent
Warsmith
I
or
just sent my
whatever it is.
warlord down the flank with the elephant. The elephant soaked it up, and then the warlord ran in behind the elephant, cleaned up a unit, and then took off down the flank as fast as he could.
You need to stop playing King's
Right
War,
up to his war machine,
like you're
murdered that,
tactical.
and then saw his character at the back, and so murdered him as well. End of the game, he's right on the other side of the board by himself, just standing there going, yeah!
It's bullshit, man.
It was hilarious.
Shenanigans.
I did manage to, so in the last podcast I said I was going to get rid of my dwarfs.
Yep.
Yes,
I
did
did.
you? Oh, did you?
Yep, they're gone.
And what'd you trade
Oh, but
him
you
for?
traded them for those gross Basileans made
They're
out of
actually
resin,
not.
plasticky gross shit.
They're not. They're quite nice looking
Really?
models. Yeah.
Have you tried putting them together?
No, because they're already all put together.
What about... Oh, how do you get them put together?
So they came put together.
What about... Do you got any knights?
Yep.
And they're
That's
already
the
put...
knights.
And they're already put together... Oh.
Man, I had that Basilean army box set for a while. Who did I get rid of that?
The internet.
to?
Remember we gave it away as a
Gave
prize?
it away as a prize.
Remember?
No.
Podcast, prize, win prizes. Listen, be cool.
Oh, okay.
We engage with our listeners and ask them questions.
Send it all the way to Norway.
Did you send it to Norway?
Something like that.
Oh my god.
Really?
Listeners, far and wide. That's us.
Oh, okay.
Lol.
It was somewhere in Scandinavia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Scandinavia.
That's a long way to send a
Oh,
box.
you tell me about it.
What'd that cost to send?
About $40.
Oh, that's not so bad. That's actually really cheap.
Hopefully the boat made it.
Yeah.
40 Pacific pesos.
It's
spent.
ridiculous.
That's cheap. If you've ever tried to order anything off Amazon and picked New Zealand as your shipping destination.
Actually, the cost of shipping
Shipping
that to
from New
Scandinavia for $40, that's the same as buying dice from GW.
yeah.
See, there you go.
Here.
Mental.
That's nuts.
Crazy.
It's like, here, have a whole army. Done.
That sounds
Yes.
like it was a good time at club then.
It was.
It was.
Nice. I did manage to get some gaming in on the weekend though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You get some old man gaming done.
Sure did. I played Napoleonics. I
Old
played Fog In.
Man River, that old man river.
Former square!
That happened. It happened. It was actually a really, really good game. So
Front rank fire!
I've played Napoleonics before.
Load canister.
Second rank
Boom!
fire.
Here they come!
But it was about 20.
Don't fight, you see the whites of the eyes.
Fuck off.
Third rank, shit yourselves!
Reload, run away.
Second rank, ready! Third rank!
Fucking dicks. Anyway, yeah, I went round to Andy's place on Saturday night and played some Fog In.
Come on, man, you might as well use his correct name.
Nosferatu.
Andrew Nosferatu Duncan.
So I played Russians and he played a British, and it was a
You played Russians? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
yeah,
They're
played Russians.
terrible.
They're not.
They're just hordes and hordes of them, right?
No.
Are you sure?
Not
No,
Napoleonics,
You
mate.
say
No.
Russians, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Stop hitting the mic. Boom.
I can't help it, it's right there.
Russians are good.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with their
Borodin.
artillery.
Oh,
for
hang
that.
on. I'm thinking Russians of a different period, probably like every other
Like
war
Crimean
after.
War.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
aren't they good in the Crimean War though?
Probably.
Oh no, Crimean War is later
after,
19th
yeah.
century-ish,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, but even in the Crimean War, they still held
They're still
their
good,
own.
right? Yeah, they
Yeah.
still didn't they steal cannons off some dudes and then
Pretty
some
much.
guys on horses had
After
a
the
charge
Crimean
and
War, it started going downhill.
Charge of the Light Brigade.
yeah, some sort of
That's
poem
Yeah.
banging on about.
Yeah.
The Crimean War cemented the Russians' ability as a fighting machine in everybody's eyes, and then by the time World War One came around, they went, "Oh, hold on, Russians are shit."
That's because the
They were still using the same
Socialist
equipment.
stuff.
They were
Yeah,
still
yeah.
using the Crimean War stuff.
So Fog In was a really, really good game. It plays like your traditional war game in that.
Sorry, it's just a chopper going by.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
for-
we're in
you're gonna
Fallujah.
have
For our,
You're gonna have
it's
to
ready.
turn-
It's ready for our.
You're gonna
Ready
have to
for.
turn your G-Dub Citadel butt plug off.
That's ready. That's ready for our Vietnam coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting excited.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's actually just my washing machine
Yep.
being cool.
Yeah, it was a good game. So I managed to take both flanks, but my centre dropped, so
No,
I ended up losing.
Don't ever let your centre go.
I had my best troops in the centre, right, and then they just got fucked over by horse artillery.
They weren't best enough.
They weren't best enough. So I'm probably going to have a few more games borrowing armies off Dad and probably Kit as well, and
Yeah.
see how we go, and maybe it'll be another project that I'll look at doing.
Did you
Another
enjoy
project.
playing it in 15mm?
I did, yeah, it was great.
Would you prefer to play it in 15mm over the 28mm?
I would far prefer to play Napoleonics in 15mm.
Because you get way more stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing I find with Napoleonics is, where do you buy it like in bulk from? Is it Old Glory still the best? Or are they more ancient, say?
So Battleline does Napoleonics.
Battleline does, but the problem with Battleline is you buy them in onesies
Yes.
for how many cents each? 75 cents a mini.
Yeah, 70 cents a fig or something like that.
But the problem with Battleline is I've looked at it. What are Dad's? Is Dad's Battleline or
no. They're a combination of different.
They're that Australian one. Has he heard us?
Yeah, no, Nosferatu must have heard us.
Oh,
somehow.
no.
3-0 through smoke signals.
Oh God, we're not live.
We're not
How does
even
he know?
live. It just posted up.
What does he want?
A good game. Greg took out both my flanks and captured the line of communications.
That was
However,
good.
Dice of War, British lines rolled a few sixes for me. There you go, Dice of War. Shot. And I crushed the centre. Very close at the end with my army suffering over 40% losses when Greg's Russians slipped just over 50%. Greg also got a very good dinner.
That's true.
Shuffle,
that is
shuffle.
100% correct.
The good dinner?
I did, yes.
That make up
yes.
for it.
Dad's wife fed us well. It was awesome.
That's good.
Much appreciate.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
It was. I mean,
That's weird. Maybe he's telepathic to go with his blood sucking abilities.
possibly.
Yeah, scary.
Oh, he's outside.
Oh dear.
Oh god, staring through the window. 1920s Nosferatu.
So it's kind of weird. Like, so this year I'm back into ancients. So I've started painting all that stuff and possibly doing some Napoleonics as well. See how that goes towards the middle of the year and see what we do. So might have to add an annex to the Nublair.
An annex?
Yeah.
Why?
All the extra models.
No. Just buy more shelves.
Does Annex know you're going to get her to be added to your Nublair?
Ooh, my.
Should do it.
Salacious.
Well,
Man, your creepy radio voice. It's just wrong.
You need to come and narrate my Slanish games when I play Age of Sigmar.
Oh, whip me more. Oh my. Dear, dear.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
So yeah, like this year's looking like it's going to be expensive.
Well, yeah. I've always looked at Napoleonics and go, man, those look cool, but I always hated the people who played.
So
in a nutshell, it's just, well, I liked when I had ancients. I played medieval Swiss.
Yep.
They were good fun because you formed a pike block and you're like, come at me, bro. I've got pikes, and no one could stop you. And you just laugh. The trick for beating pikes was to get on their side because they couldn't be as long as your halberd dudes could be. So you always went pike block, halberd block, pike block, halberd block, and so your flanks were always held by your halberds.
Yes.
And just for shits and giggles, you have your crossbow horsemen just run in front of them and fire some crossbows to disrupt the guys.
Were they Burgundians?
No, they were just Swiss dudes, light armored dudes with crossbows on horses.
Oh, I thought they got mercenaries from Burgundy to do that. But anyway, carry on.
No, this is the actual Swiss army before they started selling themselves.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Before they started importing in people.
Well, no, before they started exporting themselves as like a pike army. It was like mercenaries. But that was cool, and I like the form of that game. The only problem I had was like I had to paint it all, and oh my god, I hate painting. Sometimes I like painting, but like going on forever. If I was gonna do Napoleonics, it would be British because I like red, and I kind of owe it to my dad because I destroyed his 172nd.
Yeah, I kind of owe it to my dad as well.
They suffered at the battle of the Under the House versus the Raid and Lighter. Never forget. Never forget.
The aerosol cannon lighter.
There were horrible losses. The screams of plastic men as they melted.
I think we've all been there.
Fogging, you could probably get away with playing 172nd as well.
No, I'm not going to go in. I'll just go proper 15 mil.
Oh, well, let's do it.
I'm not, just because I'm going to say I owe it to my dad, I'm not going to like A, buy him figures, and B, buy 172nd.
Right,
I'm not going to buy my dad shit.
All right, well, let's do
Don't even send him like birthday cards.
So
if I could transport my ancient Indian 15 mils into Napoleonics, then maybe I would.
You
Sounds
cannot.
like
You can't because you have like 4 elephants, and that's your Indian army.
I've got about 8.
8 elephants here. You still have them.
Yeah, they're here in your room here somewhere.
Oh my god.
They're around here somewhere.
Pass.
They're really, really heavy.
They could be anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I mean, as much as we rag shit on Napoleonics and the rest of it, it was fun. I mean, it was good. It was good.
Having fun.
Absolutely.
Illegal.
All wargaming is fun.
Except for part 3.
Dun 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 dun.
Cool. So we'll leave that there and then come back with part 3.
Whoop.
Indeed.
Okay. See you.
Need tokens, terrain, or custom battlefield accessories? BattleKiwi.com has you covered. With a wide range of laser cut MDF and acrylic, it has something to suit everyone's wargaming needs. Ranging from the battlefields of World War II to the far future of infinity, BattleKiwi.com has it all. Visit BattleKiwi.com, and for a 5% discount, use the code BEL5.
Hi, and welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines Part 3. So, of course, I'm one of your hosts, Damian.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
That's good.
And, you know, of course,
Need to be.
big morning to Marty, of course, wherever you are, buddy. Miss you.
Morning, mate.
Yeah, it's all good. And in Part 3, we're going to have not too long a blurb. Greg wants to go off, so we're just going to let him go off on his own tangent. And,
I'm good at what I do, and ranting
Greg wants a rant.
Greg
but
wants to have a rant.
it wouldn't be a podcast without Greg having a bitch about something.
I really don't give a shit because I just thought the whole thing was hilarious and I haven't stopped laughing.
I thought it was pretty funny too.
I agree.
Bloody good.
But it was them trying to outdick each other.
In the context of greater wargaming, which, let's face it, is a pretty small pond and a fucked up gene pool. It was
Calm down, hippie.
you know, it's oh
Wow.
come on. I mean, us wargamers are a breed apart. We really didn't need this, but the thing that got me the most about what Greg's going to start chatting about was just how funny it was and ultimately how pathetic it was.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of schools of thought on that. So what we're going to talk about is what happened recently at the Las Vegas Open in the States, specifically in the final throes of the 40K tournament.
It was a top 8 match, eh?
Yeah. So there was the two semi-finals that were going on to determine who was going to be in the finals. So Tony, I don't know what his name is, was playing against, I think, Andy Fennell or Ferrell or something.
No, it was Alex.
Alex, you're right.
Just go Tony versus Alex.
Tony versus Alex. So in this semi-final matchup, they're playing along now. Tony is playing a Yanari Eldari mix.
Yeah, just Space Elves.
Space Elves, pretty much, and it's playing against Imperial Guard soup with some Space Marines. So
game's going fine.
Well,
they started off reasonably friendly, and everything was all good.
The whole thing was friendly.
Next minute.
Well, it wasn't even. It wasn't a minute. It was more like 60 minutes.
Next 60 minutes.
After the first turn for the first player had been finished.
Question.
Yes.
He was running the Yanari Eldar check, right? Which is like one person by herself. With the chair with the little cat thing, right?
Yeah.
How much other stuff did he have?
There was Dark Reapers, there was Wave Serpents, there's a whole heap of.
But how many minis did he have? Did he have like a lot?
The model count was still reasonably high. I mean, we're not talking Orc high.
We're not talking Orc, Tyrannid, or Imperial Guard high.
No, absolutely not. No, it would have been, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 models.
So not even close to my normal Necron Warriors, which is 70 plus.
Not even close. But there was a lot of, and I've watched the whole game, and there was just a lot of manoeuvring and checking and this and that and the other, and it seemed a little gamey to me.
You mean it seemed a little off that the dude was taking 60 minutes to do one turn. Okay, so that's cool. We can live with that. We're moving on.
So then Alex starts measuring out his 9-inch distances away for his deep strikes. So he's got.
If it was you, Greg, you'd flop it out 3 times.
Totally, man. So he's measuring out deep strikes for his assassins that he's got coming down, because he's got Imperial Guard assassins that are coming down.
Yeah.
Measures the distances out. He's also got a Goliath, a blow-up track thingy, whatever they're called.
They're not called Goliath. They're called Cyclops.
That's the
Cyclopses? That's him? No.
Something like that.
No, same
Anyway,
blows up.
It's the little explodey tanky thing.
It's like the Imperial Guard.
It's a bigger bombard.
It's a bigger
bombard. Oh, no, the bomb.
So he's measuring out these 9 inches and all the rest of it, and he's placed the models down. Then he goes back to his side of the table, starts to move his stuff. So this is after his Space Wolves have been beaten up, and now they're in a position to go in and absolutely decimate these elves.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And Tony says, "Deep striking is at the end of movement. I'm not going to let you move." And the Twitch chat just went fucking nuts.
About
it being a dick move in terms of sportsmanship. 100% correct in terms of rules as written.
Hey, it's top 8
So
stuff. But Alex didn't blink. He didn't make any disparaging noises. He just went with it. and that's cool. Carry
So
on.
he
conceded.
yeah.
He conceded.
Yeah,
the match.
that's it. And he just goes, okay, that's
'Cause
fine.
that was the
I
end
can't
of it.
actually.
So he sacked his movement phase because he brought down his deep strike. Is
Well,
that
so
right?
what
Because
he-
it happens at the move
It
end of the
happens
movement.
at the end of the movement.
So that
phase.
means he technically forfeited his moving phase because he brought down his deep strike, right?
Yeah.
Well,
And that guy rules it written in the
Yeah.
shit out of him.
Yeah,
instead
absolutely.
of playing like an adult.
Yeah, and instead
Cool.
of taking it back and sort of going, hey, oh, well, actually, yeah, I mean, I figured you were going to, and all the rest of it, they carried on. So they shook hands, he conceded, and they played the rest of the game as a friendly.
Okay. That must
yeah.
have been fun.
Oh,
Well, no. Huge credit to Alex. He was an absolute gent about the whole thing. He said, you know what, you got me.
I already said that. He goes,
That's
yeah,
fine.
that's fine, and carried on.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean,
That was fine. And
then they moved.
Now, what happened after he got there?
So Tony clearly he's obviously won the game.
Yeah.
So he goes into the finals and he is playing against pretty much a mirror match.
Oh, nice.
Of what he's got. So it's Yunari versus Yunari. And the judges.
Oh, sidebar.
No,
sidebar.
sidebar. Don't stop me.
No, I can't.
mid-fucking
I can't
rant.
help it because you're boring me. Don't turn me off. The top Necron list came 79th.
Nobody
I just want
cares.
I just want to put that out there.
Nobody cares.
Carry on,
It's
Greg.
Necrons.
Carry on.
So the top match is Tony versus Nick. It's a mirror match. And at this stage, the judges have now put a 20-minute per turn time limit on.
Oh.
Strangely enough,
And what
Tony
caused
manages
that?
to get his moves done
No
in about
idea.
15 minutes.
No idea. Don't know what caused that at all.
From 60
So-
minutes to 15 minutes.
So that's fine. They're playing to time. They're playing really quick, and they're like really quick.
Yeah.
Like doing things that they don't like, not rolling 10 saves against one dude because chances are you're probably going to fail one, that kind of thing.
So it just took him away.
So he's got these the jet bikes that come through, and they move into position, and then they've got they can advance from there, and he uses, so this is after all the shooting and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And he advances to behind Nick's other unit of Dark Reapers, where his Farseers and all the rest of it are. Plonks them down, does all the shooting with them and the rest of it, because they can shoot after they've advanced, because they're on
Yeah.
jet bikes and the rest of it. Do all the shooting, go through it, all the rest of it, and psychic phase, blah blah, do the whole thing. And Nick's standing there, and he's just holding these dices in his hand, and he goes, right, is that all you're shooting? He goes, yeah. And Tony's like, well, yeah, I can't do this, and this isn't going to do anything, so yeah, that's all my shooting. So, and then Nick goes, so we move to assaults, and Tony goes, yep, we'll move to assaults. Nick goes, they can't assault because they advanced, and you didn't use your stratagem at the time you were supposed to use your stratagem.
Ooh.
And the caption on the video clip on the Twitch channel is Tony got Tony'd.
Oh.
I like what Nick said though.
Nick says, so Tony's like, oh, whoa, okay, come on. My intent was, you knew what my intent was. And Nick comes out to him and he says, yeah, but I mean, you kind of did the same thing to Alex in the last game. So, I mean, you must have known what his intent was. And Tony's like, well, yeah, I know, but right. And Nick's like, I'm not going to let you do it.
And I'm not going to let you do it.
I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Oh, damn.
So
I don't know who won.
I don't care who won. I didn't even bother watching.
And
the
at
rest
that
of it.
again, at that moment, the Twitch chat has just gone. Like you can see people going, "Oh, wrecked!" All around. But
Tony got Tony.
Tony got Tony. But what it got me thinking about was, I mean, now look, let's put this into perspective. The LVO was for first prize is $5,000.
$5,000,
which
which
is a
is
serious amount of
pretty
money.
good.
Right?
Come on, you'd pretty much, if you made top 8, by all intents and purposes, you'd end up playing like a twat just to win that $5,000.
No, I wouldn't.
Not really.
Absolutely.
Well,
not.
actually, no, because none of us would make the
Yeah,
top
we-
8. So
we
I
don't- we
I
don't know-
wouldn't either.
we don't know
Oh,
what
we
that-
have got a pro
no
mark.
idea.
We don't know what that's
We
like.
have absolutely no idea.
Bullshit. You know what that's like. You're a Flamescon champion.
Yeah, it's not quite the same.
Yeah, you weren't winning $5,000.
No, I want a
got
box
a
of
trophy?
toy. I want a trophy and a box of toy
Did
soldiers.
you get a book?
Yep.
Oh,
no, you got dice.
I got dice
From diceaward.com.au.
Yeah.
Shot Dice Award.
Nice. So it sort of got me thinking, at what point does winning money take over from being a good sport? And I'm sitting there thinking,
I think about $5,000. Does it?
apparently
Yeah.
it does in America.
Right.
It doesn't for me. I don't think any amount of money is gonna. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna grant you rules as written. Okay, that's exactly how the rules are written. But in that situation, A, You've taken 60 minutes for your first turn. Your opponent has been an absolute legend about it the whole time, and then you go and pull something like that. I mean, come on, man.
Real dick move.
I mean, for
Super
me,
dick
I
move.
think
Super
it
dick
is kind of a dick move.
Tony
right?
pulls dick move.
And after that, that was all she wrote, kind of thing. So
I've got to go and watch this.
I mean, I
Go and watch
I
it.
can't believe you actually haven't watched it. I've just found
no,
it
I've been
hilarious.
busy, but I was watching someone posted a list, and it was like, well, that list is super like cheesy and stuff. And then he's like, my list isn't as bad as, and then he posted like links about the LVO, and I was like reading about. I was like, wow,
That's New Dan. That's
Dan.
New Dan's thread that he
Yeah.
posted up.
Yes,
and
I
he
know
goes,
that.
I thought my list was bad. I took on Sunday, and then it gradually morphed because Pete Dunn jumped in, and he goes, this is what happened at the LVO,
Yeah.
and then it just went into that, and then for some reason on our Facebook New Zealand 40k page, it's now warped into
why War Machine is...
timed games and stuff like that. And it's like,
I
guys,
don't wanna go
no.
down that road.
I
I don't want to see it go down that road.
40k was never designed to be competitive.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Never was.
I remember back in the day in like 3rd edition when you weren't allowed to take heroes to tournaments.
Remember back in the day in like 3rd edition with the biggest, hardest reset, and everybody played on a level playing field?
Yeah, everyone had the big black book.
And that was it.
It's the
Yeah.
Big Black Book.
The big black 3rd edition book had all the lists in it, had all the rules in it, even had a little subsection where you could drop pod if you wish, before drop pods were really invented.
And then Chaos Dex 3.5
Oh my
came out.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Then they started releasing dexes. Orcs last, and then Orcs didn't get a new dex for at least another 10 years.
Yeah,
Well,
Orcs
that-
sucks, so... I mean, that's fair enough.
They're last again, I reckon. Of
course they are.
Yeah. I mean, it's overall though. I mean, it's quite interesting. I mean, if you put yourself in either of those players' positions, either in the match with Tony versus Alex
Yeah.
or Tony versus Nick, what would you do? And I mean, you can think about listeners. What would you do?
What would you do?
What would you do?
What would you do for $5,000?
Okay. Is that? Are you not
No,
asking?
I don't even think it's about the $5,000. You're in a position where you are playing...
It's
sure.
all about $5,000.
Oh, fuck the money.
No.
You can't take the money
No,
with you.
you've just made the top 8 at the LVO,
Cool.
and you've got the prize of $5,000 dangling at the end.
Cool.
So
I've
that's,
also got
what would you do?
got thousands of people on Twitch watching me who now, if I do this, are going to go, what a dick. $5,000
well-
isn't going to make that better.
It's done.
It is done now, but I would imagine and I would hope that
You've made your bed, now shit in it.
pretty much get swifty.
Yeah, man.
But it's sort of that he's gonna poor Tony. I mean, from what I've heard and from
Poor
what I've read,
Tony, my
hang on.
butt.
Let me finish what I'm fucking saying. From what I've heard and read, outside of the game, he's a real nice dude.
Cool.
But in the heat of the moment, he's just gone fucking full dick mode for
Yeah.
$5,000.
Total dick mode.
Well, that's like anyone really. People have jobs where they're terrible people. You know,
Yeah.
say collection agents are the worst,
Yeah.
and they say terrible things. But outside of their work, they're nice people.
Yeah, but that's their job.
Yeah,
It's
but
not their hobby.
but
He's
that's-
not a professional 40k player.
tournaments are not a hobby. Tournaments are a tournament.
It's not a hobby. He doesn't.
Tournaments aren't part of the
If
hobby.
all he does is play tournaments, then I take it all back.
If all he does is play tournaments, that's a job. But he doesn't all just play tournaments.
Then it's not worth $5,000
No.
It
to
was
be
to
a
him.
dick.
No, a lot of these people are going to spend. So let's see, they have to all go to Las Vegas, which
So?
is not which is expensive.
No, it's
They got to
not.
stay in Las
We got to
Vegas.
stay in Las Vegas, which can
They
get
got to eat in
expensive,
Las Vegas.
which is cheap.
It's
Well, I
cheap
mean,
as
I get it,
anything,
it's cheap,
man. You
but
go to
you
casino.
still
and
add
then
it up.
the armies have to purchase. Each one of these people would have had to purchase a brand new army to go
Oh,
with the meta.
bollocks.
They would have,
They're meta players. They
They would-
created the meta.
yeah. So they would have had to buy brand new armies to create that
No
meta
way, man.
Yeah.
for sure, and they would have had to paint it, which takes time and money. So $5,000, the price is tiny.
You didn't see the painting standard. It didn't take that much time.
Really, was it poor? Oh, I don't like it when people don't put effort into their stuff. Makes me angry.
God, no wonder you're grumpy around me all the time then.
Oh, and congratulations to Adam Brooker for winning Best Painted at CanCon.
Hey, yeah,
Dice
totally,
of War,
man.
What?
Dice of War, and
Adam won Best Painted at KenCon for Flames of War.
yeah,
Shot
is Dak.
Adam.
Is Dak good?
Beautiful day.
Shot Adam. Shot Dice of War.
Anyway, look, it's sportsmanship versus money. I don't know. If I wouldn't want to be that guy that turned up and be like, oh, I don't want to play that guy because he's
Well, the best thing is you never have to. So.
Yeah, you'll never get that high up.
I mean, on a personal level,
you'll never get in top 8.
You'll never have to.
You'll never get to top 20. You'll probably never get to top 50.
I'm laughing because it's true for me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You could hang out with that other Necron player at like number 79 and put up the greatest games ever.
79th, which isn't bad. I mean, there's something like 400 plus
500
players.
players.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
You know,
pretty good.
79th.
500,
Necrons.
500 players is pretty good.
massive tournament.
Yeah.
Man. 3 days or 4 days or whatever it was.
Oh, I
It's
don't.
ridiculous.
I'd see 2 days.
We
yes.
should go.
No.
Nah.
Don't we have grand plans to go somewhere else, but no one has given us enough money to go to these places. Hint, hint, Patreon, hint, hint, give us money to go to these events.
Give us your money. Give us your money.
Yeah. Just give it, just whoever you are, the generous donation backer type people that you are, because I know you're listening and you have a cool couple mil burning in your back pocket and you're just like, man, we've got to send these 3 lads off to insert country here to event here to report back. And
Get Tony to send us the $5 grand.
oh, jeez.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's
terrible.
it's completely different. New Zealand is a completely different kettle.
Oh
of fish
yeah,
to
look,
the-
I
to what
absolutely
that went
agree.
on.
I absolutely agree.
Also, didn't I hear that the guy, what was his name? The guy that got fucked over was it Alex?
Alex,
Yes.
somebody offered.
Someone gave him or offered to give $5,000 to him to make up for a sportsmanship prize.
Absolutely.
But then he opted to give that $5,000
He
to a
donated
children's
to a
charity.
To a children's charity. Yep.
And it's like, wow, that really must stick it in and break it off for that Tony guy. Not only you're a dick, the guy got $5 grand, and then just to show how much $5 grand didn't really matter to him, he gave it to kids. Ba-ba.
And then a hero comes along.
See,
God,
it's like
you're singing a
it's
show.
like it's like one of those Mighty Ducks tales. You know, they lose, but they win by the moral of the
Quack.
you know the story
Quack.
and stuff.
Quack. Quack.
I've never
Quack.
watched the Mighty
Quack.
Duck movies.
Quack. 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 Quack.
Depends if they're going to form the Flying V or not.
I don't know any of these
I don't
things.
know, so I'll just keep
I've
talking
never
about
watched
the Mighty
it.
Duck, because I know you
Didn't
have
work against the
absolutely
Russians.
No, thanks. No, it didn't.
Didn't work against the Russians.
I
Not at
still
all.
don't know.
No.
That was when Russian. No, they weren't Russians. They were Swedes.
Soviets.
Swedes.
No, Russians.
No, they were Swedish. You're just not. You couldn't be bad Russians at the time, so they had to come up with
that's
another
right.
Slavic or Euro trash race.
Scandinavia.
So they were Scandinavian Swedes, and they were really, really angry.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am, because I watched the Mighty Duck movies over the holidays
you
with
sure?
my kids. I am. You could Google it if you want.
I kind of want to call you a liar, but you've
Go
been
for it.
right about things before.
I know.
Once or twice.
Where's my phone?
Enough Mighty Ducks talk.
I love the Mighty Ducks.
It's Mighty
Emilio
Duck.
Estevez.
Is it D2 or D3?
D2.
D2. Yeah,
D2.
they're Swedes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because D3, they.
What are you
got
typing
back
in your
in
phone?
Los Angeles
Who
or
are the
something,
bad
eh?
guys in Mighty Ducks 2?
Are you sure?
Mighty Ducks 2.
No, I don't know. Anyway, so
Carry
that's sort of our mumble for part 3. It's not really a rant or
I think
anything.
it's D2.
It was just something that happened, and it was kind of interesting, and I thought it was funny.
Yeah. It's...
I have yet to watch it, but
Go and watch it because it's an interesting commentary on Iceland. It's Iceland. Stick that up your ass.
Hey, I was close. Iceland,
close.
Sweden,
Oh my
who gives a
God.
shit.
Anyway,
Better than your Russian.
Yeah, it's true. It's fair enough. I'll take that. I don't know. For me, it was just the way the situation played out, and just the order of operations that led to that the dicking.
I mean, now
Just wasn't cool.
Now you know the background to it, Dan. If you do end up watching it, it's like a train crash.
It
just
is.
a really
Just can't look away?
A really slow train.
do they have
crash.
just highlights where they do
Yeah.
the dick stuff? Because I don't really
Yeah.
watch a whole game of like some dude
If
moving
you go
for
find that
an hour.
thread and then go down, and there's the actual Tony got Tony'd bit, and it's
Okay.
like a minute long,
Yeah.
just in the final match against.
And then
I
there's
will-
the 36
And then you-
seconds
then you-
of... Yeah.
I would absolutely love to see someone do that in this country. I would love to see that, and love to see how the
They
community
would
turns on
end
them.
up as a leper.
They would be a pariah.
Well, our community's so small anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that small,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
is.
small enough that word would get around.
That hey, there's that guy who's a dick.
Yeah.
In this day and age, everybody knows each other, even if you don't know them.
Well, that's exactly right.
And
Welcome to
especially
the
in
internet.
especially
Yeah.
in New Zealand.
And New Zealand
Yeah, we only have like 60 people here.
Yeah,
My God.
yeah.
that play 40k.
Just no,
No.
whole
Oh, in the
population.
whole country.
Yeah, had to be careful inbreeding.
That's
That's why we import
That's only-
Australians.
that's only-
Yeah, boy.
in Vicargo or
Improve the gene
Tasmania. It's the same place.
Same place.
Where men and sheep are scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vicargo and Tasmania.
You know it. It's the same thing. So
I thought Invercargill was the capital of Tasmania.
Oh my God.
no, T is the capital of Tasmania.
Yeah.
Duh. Thanks.
Hey, I
Shitty dad
invented the slow clap in this dimension, Morty.
Nice one. So, look, that wasn't even a rant. I mean, I think it's an interesting topic for discussion. At what point does sportsmanship take over from being a dick?
At what point does a game
Warrant?
cease becoming?
Yeah. Fun?
Well, I don't know.
Well.
Something. It was. Yeah. It took a turn for the dark side.
Yeah.
It did, but it was still funny.
Okay.
I'm over it. Can I go home?
You may go home anytime you like.
You're an adult. You can do what you want.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Oh, commentary from the cheap
Yeah,
seats in the
quiet from
laundry.
the
Yeah,
cheap
we're
seats.
getting booted out now.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
All right,
I
so
guess
guys,
that's that.
thanks for tuning into episode 44 of the Behind Enemy Lines podcast. Remember, head over and check us out on Facebook. Go and subscribe on YouTube. If you're the 1,000th subscriber, that means you will trigger giveaways.
You won't get anything, but you'll trigger
You
it.
might. You've got a 1 in 1,000
You might.
chance
Yeah.
if everybody goes and comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you comment on the prize video but you're not subscribed, no prize for you. So
Oh yeah, you can make that work.
I can totally
cool,
make that
cool,
work. Also, head on over to the blog. Vietnam coming soon, so we're going to have some stuff over there. Keep an eye out, because if you ain't Cav,
Oh,
you
don't
ain't
say
shit.
that. That's a terrible way to end it. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy wargaming. Happy wargaming, etc.
Bye now.
Bye bye.
Yup, see you.